I thought that was a good team effort by our team. Had multiple people contribute. I think we had 4 in double figures offensively, and then, just going down the stat sheet, 9, 8, 7, 8. So 4 more people that were close. Played better defense in the second half as far as limiting fouls that were an issue in the first half. We're good on the glass. We had 20 assists on 30 baskets. So sharing the ball, playing fast were all things we emphasized this week for a week long of practice, and was glad to see it show up in the game.
4 road losses, just getting home, and was that a lift, but was it just kind of nice to get back on your
Yeah, I mean, you don't ever want to make excuses. We could have played much better in a couple of those games, and one of those games we had won. But that does wear, especially when we're traveling and it's at the end of finals and people have stuff due, and there's just a lot on your plate in those times. And to be able to be back, we wanted to play that Mayville game last Wednesday, but it was probably a little bit of a blessing it didn't. It gave us a chance to have multiple practices in a row and actually emphasize some things for ourselves to get better at. And I think that was good for us.
Abbie, Draper, especially early on, and maybe throughout the game, gave you a pretty good lift, a couple baskets early. Just describe her play overall tonight.
Yeah, Drapes has been getting more and more comfortable in what we're doing. She's always been really good around the basket. That's actually the area she struggled with us this year, and then has shot it tremendously from the three-point line so far for us. She's figuring out kind of, her role and some physicality things that we're working on with her. But, she's got a high ceiling. She's really long. It does a good job on the glass, but, she's a finisher, and you can't have too many of those.
Obviously you want to win conference games, but just, I guess, a good way to start the conference, or just the type of effort you want to start your conference season?
We haven't played in, I think, 9 days. So, we're chomping at the bit to be able to get out there and play a game, and then to have all that practice, and then have the relief of no school all of a sudden. When you get to focus on basketball only for a little bit of time, you should play well. We practiced pretty good yesterday. We had a really upbeat shoot around today. So for us to come out and be moving fast is what we expected. Good. All right, thanks.
I guess just what was it like? Is it just nice to be home again? 4 road games, some tough losses there. What was it just like to be at home again?
Yeah, it feels great. Being on the road, it's kind of tough, but you can't use that as an excuse. But you just got to battle through it. But being back at the shack, it's nice being able to just go home, get a good night's sleep after practices and shoot around. And, just being here with everyone's energy just really helps us out a lot.
Yeah, Abbie, you guys got to do a good start with a quick 9-2 lead, and you had a couple baskets there. Why do you think you guys are just that sharp from the start?
I know one of our focuses was pushing the ball in transition, and having the guards actually push the ball up and feed the posts. It actually really helped, and when we didn't have it, we kicked it out, and we got some good threes early on in the beginning, and it really helped just pushing the ball.
Obviously conference play, I'm sure you want to win every game, but what was it like just to come out, have a sharp start, build a good halftime lead? For both of you, why do you think, or how important was it to get conference off on this type of stuff?
Yeah, well, we have our goals, and we talk about them a lot, and we talk about them every single day, basically, and we know what we want to do here at the shack, and we just got to play our hearts out every single game, and we know that, and if we're doing that, we should be in a good position at the end of the game.
Yeah, I think starting off strong really helps us be positive and play well, and just for the rest of our conference games, we'll just be playing really well together and keep things rolling.
Just describe, especially offensively, a lot of balance. 4 in double figures, 3 or 4 more. Right close to there. Is that in a perfect world? Would you'd like it to be every game, or just kind of describe that type of effort?
Yeah, well, it takes everyone. You can't just win games with 1 or 2 people going off. It takes everyone. From our coaching staff to our players, everyone on the bench tonight contributed, and all played a big role in that, and that's why we got a 22-point win, just because, everyone's contributing, everyone's doing something, either getting assists, rebounding, or scoring, and I think there's a bunch of people with 8 points and a couple of us in double figures.
Abbie, what do you like overall about the way you played as a whole tonight, or what do you think you can use from this moving forward?
Yeah, I think a shared effort was really something that we were like trying to focus on. Jory early on in the game, or I think it might have been before the game, he said that just we need sparks off the bench constantly, like even when the starters are coming off the bench, and just like the first couple subs, just bringing that spark on the court and just keep that rolling was really like our emphasis tonight, and it really turned out to be true. So.